Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about how we can develop a branch specific pipeline. When we say that branch specific pipeline, suppose that we have a branch for development. So if there are any changes to the development environment, then run only the pipeline which is intended for Salesforce development. If there are any pipeline for master environment, then run only the pipeline which is intended for the master branch. Similarly, we can consider QA, we can consider SIT, we can consider integration as well. So that is what we are going to do over here. So let's quickly do that. So this is our project where we are working on. So what we will do is we will just go ahead, open our BitBucket pipeline, the YML file, click on edit because we are going to edit this file to make the changes to run this for the branch specific. And before we go ahead, what we will do is we will just go to the source and we will create few branches like development, QA, integration. Even like minimum 2 branches we require for this. So if you create at least one more branch, that is well and good for us. So what we will do is we'll just go ahead, click on branches over here and then click on create branch. And from where you are, the type is other. If you wanted to select some sort of like bug fix, feature, hot fix, release, you can have that. I'm going to say it is a development branch, okay, which is directly coming from the master. You can see here from which branch, master, and then I'm going to create. This is the only branch which I need, and that is okay. If I want to create more or you want to create more, you can repeat the step that we just did. Now we have got 2 branches. We are going to have some triggers which are going to run based on the specific branches where we are making the changes. So let's quickly see here. These are the default pipelines. Let's quickly remove the comments. We don't need these. Let these default pipelines be like this. And then we have got few steps. Okay. So what we need to do is once we have got our default pipelines, we need to put some syntax which is saying that branches. Okay. Under the branches, which branch we wanted to have? We wanted to have a development branch. So I'm saying that deploy to development environment. This is just a message and this is what we have got as a message. Okay. So we will say, let's quickly say deploy to development environment. Okay. Now then we have again a step. We have some date. It is saying that okay, we have got some sort of whatever the name we wanted to have. So it is a development environment. If you see, if you hover over, let's quickly remove this test. I'm going to remove this as well. Now let's quickly remove the, let the condition be here. I'll just talk you what exactly these are. And then let's quickly add one missing property which is script. So we'll just go ahead and add a script. And for a script, what we'll do is just go ahead and add echo. Okay. So it is, if we go here, you say it is saying bad intention for a script. So what we can do is we can just try to have something like this. Okay, sorry, we don't need to have this. What it is doing, bad intention script. Okay, that's okay. You see, there is no error now. Simple script. Now what we did is we said that for the development branch, we have 2 steps. One is going to specify a very simple message. This is going to echo that. Then we have got something. This is the second step where we are going to deploy. For now, it is just going to echo. There is one more thing that you have seen is condition. What this condition is. So we make sure, definitely we wanted to make sure we only want to trigger the deployment pipeline if there is changes made to the actual metadata which we need to deploy. Like if we talk about SFDX project, this is the kind of structure. And if we talk about simple structure, which is this. And if you wanted to have trigger the pipeline for everything, you can have asterisk asterisk. That's it. It is going to trigger wherever you make the changes. Okay. So what we'll do is just go ahead and keep all these 3 for now. Then what script you wanted to have? You wanted to have simple script. Similarly, what you can do is you can have another branch over here. Suppose that I have got this development branch. Okay, I'm just copy this, paste it over here, and this I will say development, this I will say master, and here instead of development I will say master, and this is also a master. Yeah, sometimes what happens, it does get into this. I have failed many times. What you need to do is, don't panic, go ahead and just click on commit. So what will happen, your all changes will save, you don't need to worry about that. And then again, once it's done, what we will do is, we will click on this view file, and once we click on view file, we can again start editing from where we were while we did the commit. So we had master. Okay, this was okay, this is something called master, and this is also master. Okay, so this is what we have got. And if you want to now have these, let's say we wanted to have trigger as a sorry, we wanted to provide the deployment, so we can give this here for the deployment as a production, and then trigger as a manual. So we are going to remove these steps, we don't need anymore. So for production environment, it is going to be the manual trigger, we don't want it to trigger this. If you wanted to have like some sort of validation, like you are just checking if the things are okay or not, and then having the second step as a validate, you can definitely use that as a part of first step. So what you can do is, you can just go ahead and copy all these scripts, and then you can just paste it over here, and we will say that simple script for validation. Now if you talk about the variables, how you can add those variables, just go ahead and click on this add variables, and you see here these are the repository variables that we have added, which we are able to see. Then we have got deployment branch specific. So we have got for development, we have username, we wanted to add, we can add for staging, for pre-prod. So these are all the variables that we have, we can add over here, and then go ahead and commit this. So far we are committing this in the master branch. If you see over here, we are committing these changes, we have committed to the master branch. And if you get back to the pipeline, so we will go to the different, and we will go to pipelines, and we will see the pipelines are being running over here. So you can see, you can go to this master branch pipeline, open it. So you can see these all are running, and the other part are not running due to some changes. Okay, now this is what we have done, our things are working fine, the conditions, the branch specific changes are working fine. Now what we will do is, because this is the change that we have made, what we have to do is, let's quickly raise a PR from master to developer, so that we will have same change in the developer branch as well. We are going to have from master, and this is going to be our target, and target is going to be development, because we have made some changes into the master branch. And as a title, you can just give this, and then go ahead and create a pull request. As a part of pull request, you will also see various things like reviewers and all. You can add those if you want. If you don't want, you can just go ahead. Like these kind of things will be defined as a part of your project. So we will go ahead and click on approve. And once it is approved, we will go ahead and click on merge, and merge with the development branch. So once we will merge with development branch, there should be the pipeline of the developer branch kicked off. So if you go here, now it is running on development branch. Why? Because we have made the changes in the development branch, you see here. Now what's happening here? The master branch pipeline are not running. Only the pipeline which is intended to run is running, which is development pipeline. Now if you go there into the source and go to the BitBucket pipeline, not master, what we will do is we'll change it to the development branch, so that we made the changes to the development. And what we will do is, we'll go ahead and edit this. So this branch is okay, master is okay. Let's quickly verify once. Got master. Okay, basically there is a spelling mistake. Instead of master, it's master. So just go ahead and remove T. That is why our master branch pipeline was were not running in the previous go. So what we will do is we will do the commit. Okay, that is fine for us inside the development branch. Now we made the changes inside development branch. We will again raise a PR, this time upwards from development to the master. So let's quickly do that. We'll create a pull request. Source is our developer org. You can see here target is our master branch. And you need to make sure or be very cautious while you are creating a pull request and selecting source and target environment. If you want to add reviewer, you can add your reviewer. I have only my user inside this BitBucket org, so I might not see any other user over here. But if you want, you can definitely add a reviewer who is going to review your pull request and then approve or reject whatever you have done. The build is still running, you can see, but we can go ahead and create a pull request to see if our master branch builds are triggering this time or not. So we will approve this. We have merged this. We will get back to our pull request again. Not pull request, sorry, pipelines. We need to go. And once we are there in the pipeline, we will see that our development is success. Now master branch pipeline is running. And this time we will be able to see that along with those, yeah, you see here, those default pipelines are not running. Now these pipelines are running. Master branch and the manual deployment. So this is it, and this is how you define the branch specific pipelines using BitBucket. Thank you for your time, and we will meet into the next video where we'll talk about how we can create the pipeline based out of pull request. Thank you.